Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited. It is finally December holidays and I am on holiday. I'm super excited about this video. Talk about occupational therapy, which is really what I wanted to come on here and do. I felt like studying for occupational therapy, I really never knew what was happening, what I was supposed to be doing, and I really want to be able to give somebody else an opportunity to have an idea of this occupational therapy. So I think it does help to kind of have a little bit of a background history of what exactly occupational therapist is, what to actually do, and so that when you go into varsity you kind of have a good idea of what to expect, what you'll be learning, what all of this is all about. So I wanted to create that platform, not only just for occupational therapists, but I just think in terms of just our professions like nursing, physios, speech, in terms of explaining to if you are going to varsity or you are transitioning from being from varsity and going into the workplace. I want to be here to support you. I want to be here to kind of share the journey with you and tell you from my experience and what worked for me and what didn't, and how things can work differently for you. Share those experiences so that people are able to learn. So today I want us to talk about something that is very, very important. It's important for somebody who is going into varsity, and it's basically the Bible of occupational therapy. And basically what I want us to talk about today is the Occupational Therapy Framework. So we're going to be speaking about the framework. So the Occupational Therapy Framework actually consists of two things. It consists of the domains, and then it consists of the process. So in this part one, we're going to focus on the domain. And I just need to kind of explain to you what the framework is and why the framework is. So the OT framework is designed to be used to guide the OT practice. It's there to create a structure for us in which now we can build on concepts or systems onto it. So that's basically what it is. It's whenever you are going to start something, you kind of need to have a structure and then you build onto it. We have the one, which is the domains. The domain outlines professional purviews and areas in which the members have established a body of knowledge and expertise. So what does that mean? So what that means is that it has basically identified what are the areas that need to be focused on, and then we move on to the process. The process describes the actions that the practitioners take when providing a service or when providing services that are client-centered, and it focuses purely on engagement in occupations. So again, what we're doing right now is just doing the domain. 5 domains in occupational therapy, and they are very important because remember, they are the area in which we have to delve into and look at. Number 1, our occupations. So we already know what our occupations is, and we have 8 of them. If you don't, I do have a video that talks about occupations. The second domain is what makes up a person. Whenever you think about what makes up a person, always think client factors. Client factors are what make up a person. And what are client factors? So your client factors are your values, your beliefs, your spirituality, your body function, and your body structures. So you are made up of your body structures, you are made up of your body functions, you are made up of your spirituality, your beliefs, and your values. Those are your client factors. And then we move on to our third domain, which is performance skills. So performance skills are actually things that you can observe that are going on. They are the elements of action. They are the classification of action that have implicit functional purpose. So what are performance skills? Motor skills, process skills, social interaction skills. So these are the things that you can see. Then we move on to performance patterns. So like just now when I was preparing for this, I thought to myself, of course performance patterns is something that is so obvious, and I think you can also think what performance patterns are. Performance patterns, you can already hear in the name, performance patterns. That means what is it that you are doing every day that is a pattern and that affects your performance. And what is that? Habits, routines, rituals, and roles. Of course, they come under performance patterns. Then we have the fifth domain. So the fifth domain is the context. So now the context obviously is very important, and the environment. So your context consists of cultural, personal, temporal, and virtual. And we have the environment, which is physical and social. So then you think, why exactly do occupational therapists need to have a domain? Why do they need to have a framework? Why is it necessary for all of it? So the reason why it's important to have the framework and the domains is that all the domains are of equal value, and together they interact to affect the patient or the client. It's occupational identity, the health and well-being, and participation in life. So whenever you think of it yourself, like as I'm saying, constantly think of it and take it back to yourself. Who are you? What do you do? What makes you do that? And occupational therapy has kind of taken that and literally opened it up so that you can really see that, oh, I am a person who has 5 domains. I have occupations, I have client factors, I have performance skills, I have performance patterns, I have a context and an environment. Then all of these things are an aspect in my life, and they affect my occupational identity, my health and my well-being, and basically my participation in everyday life. So these things are actually very crucial into building how now we are taking that scope and practicing it on a daily basis. So I did mention that today is going to be a little bit hard. It was actually a little bit hard for me to explain as well, but I really hope I've been able to kind of break it down for you in a way that you have an idea of what exactly this occupational therapy framework is. The reason why we have an OT framework, the reason why we have domains, the reason is because these are the things that make us who we are, and they help us in our occupational performance. You can really start understanding different concepts right now before you even start in school. So thank you so much for watching my YouTube video. I appreciate all the love and support, and don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.